All right. Welcome to the sideboard. My name's Eric, and today it's Let's Play MTG. So we're gonna play Sultai God-Pharaoh's Gift or Sultai Gift, and I ran into this deck and thought it was really interesting. Then later ended up finding that it 5-0'd a competitive standard league, and then we played it a few games and really liked the deck. So I wanted to try it in a league for you guys here today. So if you do like the show, give the video a thumbs up. And if you like the content in general, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We'll be happy to have you as part of the community. So let's get into the deck. And I've already went over to Manatraders. We have the cards, so we're not going to have to spend much time here before we get into it. Also, if you're watching this after it was live, it will be on YouTube. And there will be a card up in the corner for the deck tech for this video, or the deck tech for this deck, sorry. But for now, I am going to quickly go over it. It is a energy deck. We do have Aether Hubs, Blooming Marsh, and Botanical Sanctum as our fast green sources here, other than just our Forest and Hassip Oasis. Other than that, the only 4 lands in the deck that can't turn 1 produce green mana for our Tune with Aethers is Ipni Rivulet, Island, and 2 Swamps. Now, we also have the Minister of Inquiries. Everybody's really familiar with Minister of Inquiries here. And then Fatal Push, which, best kill spell in Standard. And then, of course, our honorary 4 lands here. Now, those 4 lands are really important because they're not actually lands, which works really good with our Merfolk Branchwalkers and our Seeker Squires and things like that. Also, when you're bringing them back as 4/4s, if they trigger, you get 5/5s and all kinds of really good stuff. So, David, Alex, Jamie, welcome to the stream. Thanks for showing up. And we're about to roll this bad boy here with 4 Champion of Wits, 4 Rogue Refiners for our 3 drops. Really good 3 drops, going to help us really dig through our deck, get those answers we need, help us fill up our graveyard. Champion of Wits really good at filling up the graveyard. Just kind of goes hand in hand with any good God-Pharaoh's Gift strategy. Now, because we're not in white, we don't have that refurbish, but we're back on the gate to the Afterlife plan, so we do need to mill a lot of creatures, and that's why you're going to see 27 creatures here in this deck, because it needs to mill a lot of creatures to be able to activate this gate to the Afterlife. However, unlike most of those God-Pharaoh's Gift decks, we can fight a fair fight. Technically, it's not really a fair fight. You could call Hostage Taker and Scarab God fair if you want, but, whatever. We also have some Multiform Wonders. Let's move that over here. I know that's under the chat for you guys. So Multiform Wonder enters the battlefield. We get 3 energy. We can spend that energy in a plethora of ways, with paying 1 to give it lifelink or vigilance or flying. Kind of makes it our very own Achroma, especially when you brought it back with God-Pharaoh's Gift and it already has haste. So some really cool features. I do want to mention that second pay ability, +2, -2. Now, even though we won't be able to do the first half of it multiple times, the second half we could technically take our power well into the negatives, but give our toughness, make that enough to block a depending on how much energy we had, we could probably block a pummeler or something, at least enough to live. So that might be something that comes up, because pummeler is definitely getting some play. And then we do have some Noxious Gear Hulks, which is one of my favorite cards in a Reanimator strategy. And then, of course, the Scarab Gods, which is the king of Reanimator. And if you're going to be in these colors and try to play Reanimator, why not, right? And then, of course, a couple copies of God-Pharaoh's Gift. I personally think that 3 might have been better, but with the Gate to the Afterlife plan and everything, we're going to go with 2 and go from there. Now, in the sideboard, we do have some Duress, Kitesail Freebooter, and negates to deal with control. We've got some Deathgorge Scavengers, really good at just kind of picking at the graveyard, Scavenger. And Yahini's Expertise. I expect this to be really good against all those Whirler Virtuoso decks and things like that. River's Rebuke, same way. Especially we start bringing back some cards. You know, God-Pharaoh's Gift. And we got some really big bodies on the line, on the field, and we River's Rebuke. That could probably just end games for us. So River's Rebuke, I like the card, and it's starting to get a lot more play in sideboards. And then 2 copies of Vizier Many Faces. Like the card. If we got to throw it in the graveyard early, it's not a big deal. We can cast it on 5 from the graveyard. Awesome card. Also, I do want to mention, you know, you can bring this in, you can copy something, and then once it dies, you know, you can bring it back and copy something different. Also, let's say it was a Scarab God or something like that. When it was on the battlefield, no, it will not come back to your hand, but you could. It is then a Vizier of Many Faces in the graveyard, so you'll still be able to cast it. That came up last night at my F&M, so just wanted to mention that. Don't know why it came up, but it did. So that's the deck. We're gonna jump into a competitive standard league here with it and see how well it goes. So we've got our GPG competitive standard league. We'll join the league, and here we go. So we'll play a match. Perfect. Instant opponent. Okay, so we won the dice roll, and we will choose to play first. We do not need that chat up. Wow, no lands. Now this is one of the worst hands we could possibly have on turn 1. I almost want to keep it for the Minister on turn 1. If we hit any land off the top, we can play things. However, return to Attune seems bad. I'm going to mulligan. This looks a little better. Now, granted, we will have to use the Champion of Wits, but that's fine. Rogue Refiner. I'm afraid. Actually, I'm okay with Rogue Refiner. We're going to draw that next turn, and then we will Seeker, and if there's a land below, we will get that. If we don't, we'll just dump that in the graveyard. So we'll get to go through a few cards here, which is another reason I really like this deck, and we're gonna see if it pays off for us here. Vicious Conquistador. So we're against mono black aggro or red black aggro here. Come on, give us a land off the top. Actually, do we want to land off the top? I guess so. And let's see what the Seeker gives us. A Merfolk Branchwalker. We'll put that in the graveyard because we really need that land. Even if we played that next turn to try to draw a land, I don't think that's where we want to be. At least here, if he tries to swing with the Vicious Conquistador, we can block. I don't think he'll swing, but I've seen these mono black decks get extremely aggro. Fatal Push. Okay, so we're definitely in a little bit of trouble here, but at least we can Fatal Push. I think we get in here. No, we're going to have to conserve our life total as much as possible. And he's just going to swing with that, so we'll just cast this. And right now he has no creatures in the graveyard to get it back with. So maybe he plays Bone Picker? Imminent Eternal. Okay, so this is that version of Mono Black. Another Seeker. Okay, well, hopefully we'll draw a land off of our Seeker. And land. Okay. And it was a blue source, so okay, that's it's definitely a plus. We're also in a little bit of trouble from Amit here. Depending on how he swings, I think I just throw this Seeker in front of it. And I mean, we're going to take the 3 either way, but I'd rather take the 3 than the 4. And this deck is really good at just kind of throwing cards away if it needs to. Wow, another Emmet. This is going to be, it's going to be difficult. Okay, so there's a Multiform Wonder. So if we Rogue Refiner here, we can trade with one of the Emmets. I guess we do that. So I mean, we're playing a little behind on the life totals here. Hostage Taker is good, but unfortunately it's not a land. And we're taking a minimum of 6 damage here. Okay, so how do we do this? Next turn this Emmet will be a 4. So I know I want to block here. I think I want to take this 4. And next turn when I cast a spell, he'll go back to 4. I mean, it is taking an additional point of damage, which is very, very risky for us. But next turn we'll be able to double block him. Another Ammon Eternal. That's hard to deal with. Okay, so as much as I want to get this out, we just can't. I think I'm going to pay energy here. And we will trigger some Emmets here. And I'm going to just take this Emmet. I don't necessarily know if we can survive through this. So if he swings and we... I think we just chump like this. And that's where we're at. A land off the top to give us Multiform Wonder could really bring us back, though. That's not great. That's not terrific either. Wow. So do we die before damage is dealt? Because when you block them, the Afflict trigger goes off. These go off. We die before damage. Okay. Well, we're going into game 2. I was not ready for 4 Ammon Eternals. Or 3. Wow. Mono black. Wow, that's a sweet deck from our opponent there. Well, I definitely think Yehini's Expertise is going to be good. Deathgorge Scavenger is going to be good. They can replay almost everything really easily. So I actually think Deathgorge Scavenger and Yehini's is going to be where we want to be. I don't think we need Kite Self Rebooter. Maybe to block some of the action in the air. We don't have anything else in the air other than Multiform. Perhaps I should have been playing the Champion of Wits there to just dig for answers early, but the champion wouldn't even let us trade out. What do we cut? I don't think there's anything else we really want to bring in. Early creatures we can't cut. Maybe win the Scarab God. Noxious is going to be very clutch on killing an Ammon Eternal. Champion is a little slow, even though it's necessary for our game plan. Rogue Refiner is technically better. We'll cut one champion. I guess we just cut back on our numbers a little bit and still just run the deck. So I'm going to cut one champion, one Rogue Refiner. Alright, so we would like to play first, and wow, I mean, this deck is just proving me wrong what I said in my deck tech on how it was built to make sure it could get that turn one. Wow. Wow, come on, deck. Really? Mulligan. Come on, deck. Come on. Yeah, we'll keep. Yeah, I think we're going to need that. We're going to need all the cycling and everything we can get. So, wow, mulligan to 4. Well, we'll play our Blooming Marsh and pass the turn. Now, we'll get our Gate to the Afterlife off the top, but from there, we're kind of digging for it. Does he not have a 1-drop? What? Well, we play our Tune with Aether, or sorry, Aether Hub, and pass the turn. Heart of Kieran, we can save the Fatal Push for that. Minister, I like Minister here. As if we do actually get that third land, that Gate to the Afterlife might just be everything we're looking for. And he's going to go ahead and Fatal Push it. He plays a Bone Picker. So, I am going to kill the Heart of Kieran, but man, I wish I could kill the Bone Picker. He's only got 3 cards in hand. It may be worth it to take this 4 and kill the Bone Picker. I think I'm going to take the 4 and kill the Bone Picker. We have activated Fatal Push this turn. That may end up stabbing me in the back, but I think it's the better play here. Oh, never mind. Well, we do get a little bit more energy here. Double Bone Picker. That's brutal. Well, we would have been taking 7 this turn, and he may still have another creature that can crew. Nope, he does not. So, we would have taken 0 last turn, and this turn we would have taken 7 if we would have, or 6 if we would have killed the Heart. So to one of those lines where you just do not know which one is right because you don't know the cards on top of your deck. Hey Thunderweasel, welcome to the stream. So if we play Seeker and there's a land on top, we don't get the trigger. If we mill first and then there's land on top, like where's the land? Is it under the cards or is it on top? So we do need the land though, and I'm going to go ahead and just assume that it's right here because we haven't found one yet. And I hope it's right here. We're going to see if we made the right call. Come on. Put that in the graveyard. And we will mill ourselves. Where's the land? We're about to find out. Oh, okay, we're supposed to mill first. That hurt us, guys. That hurt us. Well, like, I could have milled first and then played the Seeker, which we would have gotten the land. So that was the right play, but it's one of those things you don't know. DJA 808, welcome to the sideboard. Thanks for joining the community, sir. All right, well, we're taking our beats. Come on, land off the top. The deck just loves me, ladies and gentlemen. It loves me. Maybe we should have swung there, considering we can't block anyway. So maybe we left 2 points of damage on the table. I don't think that matters, but yeah. Yes, you could. You could mill in response to the explore trigger, but in all reality, wouldn't you want to make that decision before you ever do it? Like, am I milling first, or am I like doing it in response is irrelevant. Like, the decision needs to be made at the beginning. Like, am I going to mill or am I not going to mill? Do I think this next card is a land, or do I think I need to mill a few cards off the top to get to that land? And that's the real decision point we were at. And doesn't look like it's going to matter either way. Stuck on 2 lands. We mulligan to 4. Looks like we're going to be going into match 2 here. Alright, so definitely the deck does not like us here in game 1. We're going to have to sweet talk it a little bit and see if it helps us out here in match 2. So we'll jump straight into it. But yes, Jank, we could actually mill in response. So for the direct answer to your question. Alright, so we'll jump into match 2. And we can do stuff with this hand. This hand actually doesn't look that bad at all, so we might actually get to play some Magic. I think we'll start off with the Botanical Sanctum, just into the swamp, and then just kind of go from there. Yeah, let's do that. And we're on the draw, so we'll have plenty of cards here. So yeah, just Botanical Sanctum and pass the turn. Now granted, we don't have a turn 1 attune, but we've got plenty of lands, and we've got some good action here. And having 3 lands in hand, oh, we get to see what happens versus the other God-Pharaoh's Gift deck. Normally I stream most nights. I don't have a 100% set schedule yet, which we are working on. Thursdays are a little difficult for me, even though I want to stream for you guys, but Thursdays are a little bit difficult, and I will put that in the graveyard. Hey, I got mine in the graveyard already. Where you at, dude? Where you at? Where you at, Blue White? Anyway, I definitely stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday on around 8 Mountain Time. I live in Arizona, so the time shifts, but we don't change. So I think as of right now, this time of year, we are in Mountain Time. Okay, so he's got roadblocks for us. I am just going to play a Champion of Wits here. And yes, we will use the ability. What do we want to pitch? Multiform Wonder. And let's go for... let's pitch the Seeker. I probably should have pitched some lands, but I really want some more creatures in the grave. And then I'm going to get in for 2 here. We're going to make him use his roadblock. He's definitely filling the graveyard quicker than I am, but he hasn't hit any value out of it yet. Ooh, wow, main phase cycle out of the opponent. Okay, so it just depends on the meta on the two. And in the current meta, Seeker is better than Branchwalker. And the reason is the power over the toughness. Now, if you're in a more aggro deck, Branchwalker is better because of the power over toughness battle. But in a deck, in a meta where red deck is the number 2 deck in the format, then I'm going to have to say that having a slightly bigger body, even when you don't hit, having a 1-2 body to block a Bomat Courier is more important than dying to Bomat Courier. And let's not mention all of the servo and servo tokens that can be created. So I think here I just want to play. I can't really make use of playing multiple things, so I'm going to play a tap land, and then I'm just going to play my gate, and then I'm going to swing in. Or Soul Scar. This is correct. I mean, just being able to block Soul Scar, especially and live, even though this deck is not 100% worried about the fact of living, as you know, you are trying to, you know, just try to trade those creatures out early so that you can, you know, put them in the graveyard, do some cycling, that sort of thing. Like if he blocks right now, which I kind of think he won't. Yeah, he didn't block. But he'll have to do something here because he doesn't have any mill on the battlefield, and there's an angel. Okay. We have 2 in the graveyard. We definitely need to get to more. Whew, that's rough. Swinging back for 4. We can Rogue Refiner and we can Merfolk Branchwalker here. Do I want the extra energy? Do we even care? Sure, we'll play the attune. And then we will blue. Technically, I'll lose an energy, so yeah, we'll just do this. And hostage taker, we will put that in the grave. And I think I'm actually only going to attack with the Champion of Wits here. And like I assumed, he just takes the damage. The one thing I don't like about this deck is we do not have life gain. Like we've got like no life gain other than Multiform Wonder. We have like no flying other than Multiform Wonder. If he takes these 2 cats back, we're in trouble. Sweet, he's swinging. So we're gonna trade. And we will take our triggers. Yes, we would like to discard Blooming Marsh. What else do we got? Botanical Sanctum. So how many creatures do we have in the graveyard? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 creatures in the graveyard. So I'm going to Fatal Push my own Seeker Squire here. I actually think we may do that. I am going to attune. Just thin that deck a little bit more. Do we need the island? No, we've got a couple blue sources. So we'll do that. And do we just do the 4 damage here because we know we can? We can't block anyway. Let's do this. We're gonna kill it anyway. Oh, he's gonna kill it for us. Okay. Well, that's good. So we can save our Fatal Push. Yes. We will discard Forest. And we can't do it right now. Like, if I wanted to do it pre-combat, we would have had to Fatal Push. But I think we do it in... Yeah, we'll do it on his turn. We can do it in response to anything he plays, so... Why Hostage Taker in the graveyard? Because it's going to be one of the first cards I bring back. And I'm just worried about cast out right now. We'll just push the cat token. And come on, Multiform Wonder. We need double black? Well, unless if we hit our thing, we will. Okay, so let's go 1, 2, God-Pharaoh's Gift. I'm going to grab the one out of the graveyard and go to combat and see if he casts out. Oh, yep, of course he did. Of course he did. So how much land do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're swinging. Was really hoping to be able to get that Hostage Taker back, but it does not look like that is in the works for us. Scarab God and a tune. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This would be 8. 9 is the magic number for Scarab God. Play this. Bring back a Champion of Wits. He didn't kill it, so we don't actually have it. Oh, we have our lands to be able to play Scarab God. Are we just going to die to this 4/3 Angel first? I can play a tune this turn, so I'm going to get rid of the Aether Hub. The Scarab God's pretty much going to be our saving grace here. If we can use it and get in there, we should be alright. Yeah, so flying. Flying's definitely where it's at. So if we look into anything for this deck, adding a little more flying to it seems great. Although if we can get this Multiform Wonder back, we're in good shape. Okay. Another chart, of course. And a cat. That is beautiful, beautiful. So we will just try to be done with this angel while he is tapped out. And then we're going to try to get in with these guys. He did not block. And we'll see what he does. Okay, so he's going to refurbish his God-Pharaoh's Gift. Now he's going to have an even larger angel. And we're even in more trouble. Wow. Yes, we will 100% be bringing in the Kite Elf Rebooter. Wow, he just made bodies. Okay. He doesn't have a lot of creatures in the graveyard here. Well, we're going to play it. And we'll take 4. We can't let any of this get through. Yikes. We have to have flying next turn. So if the Scarab God lives, we get a Multiform Wonder back. And that'll help. Walk the Plank. Double black is hard to hit in the deck until like late. So Walk the Plank I don't think would be extremely beneficial to us. Oh wow, we're in some trouble. Yikes. We definitely need something here. That's a big cat. Well, we can eat some of it. Now, we're going to let our Noxious Gearhulk get killed here. We're going to block here. We're going to block here. We'll eat this token. And we'll try to kill the 5/5 Angel. Or should we try to kill the 6/6 Cat? I think we're dead if we don't kill the Angel, and I think we're dead anyway. I think without some way to wipe the board, we are way too far behind now that our God-Pharaoh's gift is gone. So we have double activation. I don't know what we can do here. So if alright, this is a little bit strange. But depending on how he attacks, we might actually be able to live through this turn. Maybe. I don't think so. I think we're just dead. Alright, so what we're... here's the plan, anyway. Oh, wait a minute. Undo. We're going to bring back this guy. And we're going to kill this thing. And we're going to gain 2 life. I know that's not much. Is this still just not enough? I haven't done the math yet. What's up, Radil? I'm sure I'm butchering it. Alright, so we'll bring back the Angel of Invention. Wish I had another one of these to bring back. And if we gain 6, does that do enough? We'll go +1/1 counters. Probably should have went servos. And I think we should have went servos. So we're going to go block this guy, block this guy. We still take too many. Are we at like -1 here? I think we're at -1. Maybe at 1. We're at 1. Okay. No! Oh my gosh, I've got to stop wasting that mana. Alright, there we go. So, I 100% want Multiform Wonder. And we will put that on the bottom. Put that on the top. And undo, undo. We can't cast it and play it this turn, so I think we're safer waiting on Champion of Wits. Whew. Do we come back from this? I don't think we come back from this. We can't come back from this. Wow, he's just getting all of the worst luck in the world. Wow. It was the only line of play I could find to get us out of that situation, and I still didn't take the time to do the math. It just looked like the most powerful play. I should have taken the time to do the math, and I would have known we were at... What? Yes! He scoops it up. We're going to go into game 3. Okay. Or was that game 1? That was game 1. Wow, how did we come back from that? Yeah. Whew. Okay, so... I'm all excited now, guys. Whoa, he just scooped it up all together. Yikes. Wow. Somebody's on tilt. Somebody is on tilt. Well, that was that game 1 was worth everything, I assume. So let's go ahead and jump into match 3. Now, I do want to go ahead and give some of you a warning. After match 3, I'm going to take a 5-minute break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to do the last 2 matches. Yeah, I mean, granted, I know some people will sit here and play 5 matches at once, but I have discovered that if I don't take at least a small breather, get me a little bit more caffeine, a drink, just something that my punt level goes through the roof after 3 games. So, oh man, did we get another good hand? Ooh, this looks good. We go Blossoming, or Botanical Sanctum into Attune with Aether for a black source, giving us Seeker's Squire. Oh man, yeah, this is good. Or I could just go quick with it. No, I think I just want to play it out, and then when God-Pharaoh's Gift happens, it just happens. So we're going to keep it for sure. Alright. Oh, we don't even need the black source. It's just there. Since we have the black source, I'm not going to attune. I'm just going to play. That could be good. That could be bad. I don't know. But, really? Wow. Alright. Another God-Pharaoh's Gift deck. Wow, we hit it, guys. That last dude, he just got mad at his deck for sure. Seeker Squire is just the right play here, right? It is. Of course it is. I mean, I could attune, leave up. And I'm not swinging either. Since we have the gate, we're just going for it. Next turn, I'm actually going to gate before I do anything else. Or should I even... I shouldn't even bother, should I, until I have the creatures in the graveyard? Like, now the curve has multiple lines in it. Like, it had multiple lines at turn 1. Turn 1, I had 3 plays I could make. So he champions. We'll mill ourselves into champion gate. That's not great. I think I'm going to go ahead and mill myself now for information. 1, 2. So if I save gate to the Afterlife till turn 5, that lets me... I'm not going to be fatal pushing his stuff here, so fatal push is gone. So I'm going to Aether Hub into a Champion of Wits. And I'm going to pitch... I'm going to pitch a couple lands here, because next turn we can Rogue Refiner and Attune to guarantee that we have our 5th land. So maybe I should be swinging with this as well. But until he gets a God-Pharaoh's Gift in the graveyard, he's definitely... what are we at? 1, 2... We do have an energy. There's a God-Pharaoh's Gift. So we can Rogue Refiner first. It's going to cost an energy to Rogue Refiner. I'm okay with that. Yeah, we'll just Rogue Refiner first. I mean, I could spend the... I could Attune, but... We're just going to go ahead and draw a card. It's another Seeker. So we got our energy back from that. I'm not really worried about the energy. Again, this deck doesn't have a lot of energy payout. So, we have already milled the island. We have a swamp. Let's get another green source. And then we can... We'll do that at end of turn. And here we'll just start getting in. Oh, he's going to block. Alright. Some double blocks. He's going to kill our stuff for us. That's pretty good. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in the graveyard. He's got a Sacred Cat, Champion of Wits. He mills Strategic Planning, Opt, and Glacial Fortress. He mills again for Ipnu Rivulet, Plains, and another Glacial Fortress. Ouch! Wow. Well, we're virtually online here. We got a God-Pharaoh's Gift in the grave. Okay, so what are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 2 more. So how do we go about that? I know I want to play my green source, because that allows me to play Rogue Refiner. Are we still Rogue Refiner, Seeker, or Squire here? And then next turn God-Pharaoh's Gate to the Afterlife? Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, he can hard cast next turn, but he's got like no creatures. I think I'm going to mill myself for more information. If we hit 2 creatures here, we're good. We did not. So then we are going to hold off on the gate to the Afterlife. We'll Seeker. If there's a creature on top, we'll just go ahead and dump that. It's a Rogue Refiner. Yeah, we'll dump that. And I messed up. I tapped the land wrong. Punt. I should have used that. I should have used a colorless for the blue, green, colorless, Rogue Refiner, and a Botanical Sanctum. And we are going to just crash in as much as possible here. So you got like Gearhulk? What is he doing? Next turn, we can actually just start pushing some damage. He doesn't have an angel yet. And he mills himself for an angel, a refurbish, and a champion of wits. Sacred cat, strategic planning, and a land. He's got, okay, charter course without attacks. One, two, three, four, five. He's gonna bring back a cat. We will mill ourselves. We just need the one more. We got it. So let's go 1, a 2, and a 3. And we will a 1 and a 2. And we'll grab the one out of the graveyard. We will play the tap land, move to combat. Oh, there's the cast out. It's always a cast out. And we're going to attack. And that puts him at 9. So, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next turn we play New Rivulet or the Aether Hub and just hard cast it. And we're still swinging. So let's hardcast and see what happens. Does he have another one? What? All the cast outs in the world. Well, I guess we just stay aggro. Luckily, most of our bodies are 2, and he doesn't have a lot of 2 powered bodies, or 2 powered creatures. So we didn't get in much damage there. We did trade out a lot. Next turn, we'll get to bring back our Champion of Wits from the graveyard, and we'll pitch these. So he's going to keep milling himself. He's only got 20 cards left in the library. Okay, another Sacred Cat. Multiform Wonder, okay. So we will play our land. We'll probably discard both of these. Hopefully we're going to find a gate in here somewhere. And yes. So Hostage Taker is going to be great here. We'll get rid of the Champion of Wits. I actually think Multiform Wonder, we are going to pitch that. We're not hurting for life in this matchup, so we are going to keep attacking. If he wants to double block, you know, with the cats to... Oh, wow, he's just going to triple block, huh? Yeah, I'd rather get rid of the Minister, and he can keep the cats. Next turn, we get to throw down quite a few bodies. And we get to take his God-Pharaoh's gift. So he does have a 6/6 angel, but we're not dead yet. We could just take the angel. What other creatures does he have in the graveyard? He's got another one, so we need to take the God-Pharaoh's gift. There's an attune. We don't really need an attune. So let's grab this God-Pharaoh's gift. And A little bit more energy. Multiform Wonder, okay. I think we're just going to go with a Branch Walker here. And what does it give us? We will leave that on top. And we're not swinging. So now we need to GPG into our hostage taker that's in the graveyard to get his Angel of Invention. I think that's going to be our way out here. Or at least that's the angle I'm looking for. He's got 2 cards in hand. He needs to be able to get rid of my hostage taker. That's priority 1 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so if we don't draw a land next turn, which we're not going to because we're going to get the gate to the Afterlife, we can just play GPG and get back the hostage taker. Yeah, I think so. Has he got another? Okay, so he's going to champion Wits here. And he's got a couple angels in the graveyard. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, Scarab God would be great. And I assume he swings with the angel. Yeah. Alright, so we can gate to the Afterlife, get our own back, or we can play his. Is it better to play his? So if we play his, it's 7 mana. If we play ours, it's 5. We know he just drew a lot of cards. So we've got 9 mana. If we play for the 5... Alright, so we know we can attune. That we can do either way, so we can't get anything with the attune, so that was useless. We're out of basics. I guess if I would have known the deck a little better, I would have known that. I think we just play his GPG. And that leaves us the option for multiple GPGs next turn. So yeah, we're going to yield to it, and we want the hostage taker on that angel, and that's really going to help us out here. Now, I do want to get in with a few of my creatures. Probably should have swung with the Rogue Refiner too, but I really just kind of want this hostage taker to die. He doesn't like the idea of killing my hostage taker. Okay, so he's actually just going to take the damage. Okay. Now, next turn we're looking pretty good here. The opponent is saying that if we mill him, we pretty much win, which is true. So if he kills us here, oh wow, we do have the mill win. Or does he just have us dead here? Are we just dead to the God-Pharaoh's gifts? Double angel? Swing? And And I think we're dead. So let's say we block here. We block something else that we can kill here. We'll block that. We still take 14 in the air. Yeah, so we're definitely dead. We'll begin the sideboard. Maybe we could have milled him out, but him hitting double refurbish there, we couldn't have milled him out anyway. We didn't have enough. We would have had to have actually not gotten hostage taker and gotten Minister of Inquiries. But yeah, it just wasn't going to happen for us. I've never really thought about the mill plan against the GPG decks, but that definitely looks like it might be something we might be interested in. So let's look at this Kitesail Freebooter to give us chances at some refurbish and such. I don't necessarily like duress against those decks, but we're going to take it, and we're going to take negate as well. So let's get rid of Fatal Push. I'm not necessarily worried about killing their little dudes. Now there's a lot of cards we've got to get rid of here. Going to cut one Scarab God. Actually, the Scarab God's really good at like answering what they target. We need to be the better GPG deck. Maybe Duress is not the card against GPG. Because, you know, turn one, if they only have, like, say, God-Pharaoh's Gift in their hand, we just threw it in the graveyard for them. And that's not what we want. But if we pull out the Duress, pull out a... Maybe we don't want Negate. Let's take out Branch Walkers. One Refiner. Right, like, so I brought in the Kitesails, and I just don't know if we should also bring in Duress or just rely on the 3 Kitesails. I think the Negates are going to be better, but maybe not. Is there anything else we should cut out? Maybe one Seeker. I'm going to bring in one Duress, just to give me 4 copies of you know, that effect. So I'll have to go back and look and see if the opponent was right about us being able to mill him. So we can turn 1 Attune into blue mana, turn 2 Minister Duress. It's not a horrible start. Yeah, I'll keep it. And let's make that bigger. I hate that it's small every time. And then we'll just pass the turn here. So we played 1 Duress and we pulled it in our opening hand. And I think we'll go ahead and play it. See if we pull a refurbish. No refurbish. Okay, so he's on the Fairgrounds Warden Angel of Sanctions plan, which is, I guess, pretty good against us. Being able to Angel of Sanctions a God-Pharaoh's Gift sounds really good. Now we need to hit some lands, guys. We definitely got to hit some lands here. Okay, so Michael Hostage Taker can't hit enchantment, so we couldn't Hostage Taker the cast out. Botanical Sanctum off the top. Just going to run out the Rogue Refiner here. And then we'll mill at end of turn. Kind of like what he's doing. Deathgorge Scavenger. Alright, so we've got our answers too. Hi Mark, welcome to the channel. Let's see what he targets. Okay, so we're going to mill ourselves in response here. We get a Scarab God and a Minister. And we get a Seeker. I'm just going to throw down a Gate. Yeah, I know he's got the Angel, but if he uses the Angel on a Gate, I'm okay with that. And we'll attack. If he wants to put both in front of it, we'll just kill the Fairgrounds Warden. Didn't think so. Alright, so he's just going to take the damage. He is just going for his combo here. He did mill refurbish. There goes his strategic planning. What did he get? Ooh, there's an angel. That will be our first target when we play this Death Gorge Scavenger. Is he going to swing, or does he want to be able to block next turn? Okay. There's a Minister. Well, I am actually just going to play the Death Gorge Scavenger. I'm not going to play around with that. And we're picking that angel. Yes, we will use the ability. And yes, I will swing in. Oh, wow. He lets us know that he is not blocking. And we'll just stay aggro and see what we can do here then. Whew. All right, so we got 1, 2. We have 2 more in hand. Well, I'm going to block this because I want that to die. And I'm going to use the ability. Yes. And I'm going to throw away Minister because I want to try to draw for a land. Oh wow, another gate. I will play the gate. And I think we swing here. I just don't see him taking it. We did take it, okay. We don't die on crackback though. I mean, we've got plenty of life. Yeah, he's hitting us for quite a bit here with you know 10 points, but he's going to embalm, take the rogue refiner. Now we're in a little trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4. So champion. Pitch, play, and I don't think we live through this. I definitely don't think we live through this. All right, well, that's that game. Well, we are 1 and 2 with our Sultai gift deck. And we're going to take a quick little break here, and we'll be back for games 4 and 5. So I'll leave you guys with the music, and we're just going to take a quick 5 here. So back in just a few. All right. Welcome back. And we're going to jump straight back into the game here. Sorry that took so long. Just wanted a fresh cup of coffee and just a quick breather, stretch my legs before we get into these last two games. If we do win these, we played for free, so would like to try to win these. Okay. And as always, anytime I'm playing a deck, that's the only thing I really care about the deck is, can I play a league and play for free? Can I 3 into a league with this deck? And, I mean, really, I think this deck might have the ability to do that. What are we doing on 2? Nothing as of now. So is it better to minister on... I think we'll just minister on 2. I'm going to keep, and we'll just turn 1 attune. We don't have any of our other combo pieces, so going for the minister is not exactly what we want to do. So I'm just going to play the attune. We'll grab a blue source, grab the island, and then we'll just pass the turn here. Oh, let's turn the music back down here. My bad. Forgot I'd cranked it up on you guys. And let's see here. There we go. Notice that the chat was a little off. One of the things about taking a quick little break is you get to kind of manage things and see how things are going. And oh yeah, foil attune. He's got foil Aether Hub too. Okay, so I'm regretting not playing the Minister of Inquiries now. I'm going to play the island so that I can play the Minister off of that. We might actually want this Aether Hub for the additional Minister ticks. He out-attuned me. Ouch! And a harness. Okay. Not exactly what we were looking for. We don't really have another 3-drop. So let's just gate and we'll pass. Well, looks like we were against somebody really cares about their Timur energy deck. Is this foil too? Wow. Well, I have to say the opponent has a very beautiful deck. I kind of want to just hostage take her into this. I think I'm going to. And we'll just see what happens. If he kills it, then he kills it. He's all foiled up, yes. Maybe we'll play his foil Rogue Refiner. If it makes you feel any better, this is what my paper Sultai energy deck looks like. I need a couple more foil Vraska's Contempts, but we're getting there. Vizier taking my hostage taker. Vizier's so good. I have yet to play Timur Energy on stream. I actually thought about grabbing Yuya Watanabe's list that had the extra Vizier mini faces in it and running that list on stream. So you guys let me know what you think about that idea. I'm going to Rogue Refiner because we get to draw the card either way with Rogue Refiner. And I think I'll leave the attune up because... Okay, so it's a tapped land. And now he gets to play our hostage taker, take our Rogue Refiner. We're in a really bad spot. Yeah. This is bad. What, all the foils? Yeah. When someone has a bunch of foils, you're like, ooh, this person cares about their deck. I think I'm just going to kill Rogue Refiner with Rogue Refiner. Would love to find some good kill spell here, but don't think we're going to do that. And if he has a confiscation coup to go with all of his other answers, then we're just done. That will be game. If he shows me confiscation coup right here, I scoop. Well, he's definitely doing some thinking here. If he swings, we kill whatever he swings with. If he just plays our gate, I don't know what we do here. Honestly, it's probably bring back his Rogue Refiner, because we want to keep as many of ours in our graveyard as we possibly can. Yeah, beginning of next turn, in my upkeep, I'm going to bring back his Rogue Refiner, and then next, that'll allow us to save enough mana to cast the Merfolk Branchwalker. So we'll just leave up a Botanical Sanctum and an island. So has anybody been watching the Worlds on Twitch? If you do subscribe to my Twitch channel, even though I only deck test on Twitch, I do host all of the major events. So if you do subscribe to our channel here on Twitch, you can get all of the latest updates there. You'll make sure that you never miss any of the leagues, or not the leagues, but the major events. Okay, so here we'll leave the island up, or the 2 Botanical Sanctums up. So we're gonna grab his Rogue Refiner, and we get another Branchwalker, and we get a Rogue Refiner. We'll put that on the bottom. We'll take Branchwalker, because if this hits a land, we'll play that land. And we'll actually go ahead and just play as many blockers as we can here. And we'll just pass. We can't get in with the Scarab Guide, and he's got no real reason to play the Gate to the Afterlife other than the cycle effect. So, description? Description of what, Radil? Cat Collar, welcome to the sideboard. I did not even see there. I should put my Twitch link in the comments, but I just so rarely stream on Twitch. As of right now, I've got my laptop set up to stream to Twitch, and basically when I'm testing decks for you guys and things like that, I'll hop on Twitch. So if anyone just kind of wants to join, you know, kind of talk while we're doing some deck testing and stuff, you can kind of join us there. But I have set up everything so that we auto-host all of the major Magic events. So anyone who is subscribed to me on Twitch, you will make sure that you are notified all the major events. So, but for the most part, we're going to be doing all of our streaming, all of the major streaming right here on YouTube. Not a lot of people really stream on YouTube. I think there's Terran, and there's a few others that stream Magic on YouTube, but there's only a few of us. And I'm going to keep most of my platform right here on YouTube. Well, so I actually like, if you do tune in to Twitch, I've got no rules in the Twitch chat. Most of that's not being recorded. And if you want to come in there and we can cut up, we can have a good time. There's nothing being censored. You can do whatever you want in the Twitch chat. We'll just have a good time. You know, the Twitch chat is not suitable for work, by the way. I will say that. But when you do join us in there, just, you know, open up, have a good time. As far as my rules here on YouTube, I prefer if people do not actually. Here, let's. I prefer if people actually just keep everything PC here on YouTube. But on Twitch, hey, we'll cut up. You can do whatever you want. YouTube's just got some different rules. So, Whirler, that's going to be bad for us, as we do not have Trample. Okay, so now what do we want? We want to mill ourselves. Okay. We'll do this. We'll use this one. And I would like my Noxious Gearhulk. And I'm going to kill my own hostage taker. Yes, I would. And he does get a draw off of it. Now, next turn, we can play the hostage taker. And from the hostage taker, we'll be able to play a 3 mana. Unless we draw a land this turn, we'll be able to play a 4 mana. Let's put that on the bottom. We'll put... Ooh, another Scarab God. So, 1 and 2. Attune, we'll put that in the graveyard. And we're definitely going to start getting in. Let's take a look at our graveyard. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures in the graveyard. And we don't have a gate, so it's not extremely relevant, but that is bad for us. So that is a major misplay on my part. Killing the hostage or killing this allows him to bring it back next turn as a copy of the Scarab God. Wow, okay. So it will cost him 5 mana to bring that back, and if he does make a copy of the Scarab God, then on our turn we'll make a copy. We'll bring back the hostage taker and just take the Scarab God in the form of the Vizier of Many Faces, and we'll be done with that. It's not exactly the route I wanted to take, and I don't know if he's 100% sure he wanted to take it. So I did post in my last video the deck tech of this particular deck. I posted, you know, if you guys wanted to see Dev's new Grixis Control, I'll be more than happy to run that deck, as it is fairly close to the Grixis mid-range. Sorry, I said Grixis Control. The Grixis mid-range deck. It's really close, as the Grixis mid-range deck that... Oh my gosh, he gave us an out. He gave us an out, so we don't have to kill it now. Oh, that's perfect. I think he thinks he's winning there with that, but we didn't want to kill the hostage taker. One, two, three, four. Okay. If we have a land in the top 5, we're in a really good spot. Okay, so there's a servant. He's tapping out. So I think the land has to be in the top 4. Do we kill that long tusk cub? Or do we just make him put more into it? Sure, buddy, you can have this thing. And yeah, I think this is the way to go here. When we go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we will bring back hostage taker. Now, honestly, I want a hostage taker the rogue refiner, but we're going to take the vizier of many faces, and then we'll go on to draw here. Okay, so we did not get the lands we wanted. I'm actually going to I'm putting them both on the bottom. And we got an untapped source. All right, so putting both of them on the bottom, even though it was such a greedy play, it did work out for us, as now we're going to get to do a couple more nice little tricks here. We're going to actually copy our own hostage taker, and we're going to take that whirler. And he's going to make some Thopters there. We're going to get into combat. I think we get in here, and so how does he block? He can't block with a cub. If he blocks with the Hydra, he's going to block with 2 things, so we get to kill 2. Not swinging with this leaves it on the battlefield. We know the other one's deep in our deck because we put it on the bottom of the library earlier. Now, not swinging with this means that if we do end up killing this, we can bring the Eternalized version back. It's really sketchy. I think we're in a board stall here, and I don't actually want to swing, as this will give us a chance to kill something. We do have more energy than him. I wouldn't mind putting a couple bodies in front of the long tusk cub. He's got 5 mana though, so I mean 5 cards in hand, and he's got 6 mana, so there's a lot of things we could end up seeing here. I feel that I was talking about Deb's deck and we never finished something due to a play. It seems like that happens a lot. Oh no, not the Glory Bringer. He gets back his whirler. What does he kill here? Okay, so he's going to get back whirler. And he'll get some more energy for that. I think we put a lot of bodies in front of this. So I want to kill that Hydra. I really want to kill that Hydra. But this actually just seems... How do I put this on top? He has the option, right? So it just doesn't matter. So if he spends 1 to save this... Okay, we're doing it like this. This seems bad, but this is how we're going to do it. So if he spends 1 to save it, he has to spend 2. If he spends 2, he can't save the cub. So one way or another, he's got to sacrifice one of them. So we're putting it on him. How Internet, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us on our Saturday League here. Again, That reminds me, I definitely am working this week on trying to solidify a schedule for you guys. I know that as of right now, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8 o'clock, we're going to be doing some type of 3-game Magic. We've got the schedule set out so that we can do 3 games. If that goes a little after 10, we're going to do 3 games anyway, but we're going to try to guarantee that everyone gets 3 games. Or that every deck gets 3 games played with it, so we actually get to watch that. Okay, so that Abrade really changed numbers for him there. And we need something very nice here. So Vizier into Glorybringer seems okay. So we're going to go blue, green, and colorless. We're going to say Vizier is a Glorybringer. And then we're going to play some more things. So we're going to go... I need to go black with that. We need to go black, blue, and then these two do not matter. Honestly, I could keep this one as an instant speed if I wanted to, but I don't think we're going to have the option for that. I think here we're also just going to take Multiform Wonder, as Multiform Wonder is going to give us a little bit of lifelink. It's going to give us a little bit more of everything we need. Okay, so we'll put that on the bottom. Draw a hub. And I don't think I attack with the Scarab God. I do think I'm going to mill myself at the end of his turn, though. Probably should have milled myself last turn, but we're definitely going to be doing it this turn. Well, we hit 500 subs right around the time that I had to do I got to do a lot of things on Thursday. Thursdays, you know, payday and stuff. You know, got to pay bills, got to do all that other stuff. But after we were done, I went and hung out with a buddy of mine. We had a couple drinks. I know a lot of people might not drink or whatever, but I'm a Southerner and I like bourbon, so we had a couple drinks. So that was our celebration. I wanted to do some type of stream or something like that, like we did the milestone video. But I've got a couple things in the plans. I was watching the professor and some of the ways that the professor does giveaways and things. So we got a couple things kind of coming up in the works. As this channel, I wasn't actually expecting this channel to blow up like it did, and I'm not going to say it blew up, but a lot of things have happened, and I'm really enjoying what's happening. So we've got a lot to do, and there's a lot more I want to do. I'm actually going to cancel this. I was talking, and I did not mill myself. I want to see if I can find a better creature in the graveyard, like that fella. And yes, we will draw. So I'm going to discard the Scarab God and God-Pharaoh's Gift. And then we're going to go ahead and go to... We'll put that on top, and we'll put that on bottom. We'll take the land, because now we can... I mean, we could have done it anyway, so... doesn't really matter. And we'll go get our God-Pharaoh's Gift. And I'm also going to attune. Nope. Green. There we go. So maybe we should have played the forest. We'll grab a swamp. Do I kill something here? Do I swing in the air? And we'll always yield to God-Pharaoh's gift. And I want another champion of wits because that seems great. Definitely getting rid of Multiform Wonder. And Hostage Taker. I'm going to exert this, and I'm also going to swing. Oh. So I need to give this thing Vigilance beforehand. So if I were to give it Vigilance, it wouldn't have actually been tapped here. I think we're going to do it anyway. And we're targeting Whirler here. If he wants to make a bunch of Thopters, he can do that. Personally, I want the Whirler. Wow, this has turned into one crazy game, hasn't it? Okay, so he gets to draw a card, discard a card. He discarded a Long Tusk Cub. And I'm going to spend 1 energy to go flying. I'm going to pay another energy to go lifelink. And we'll see how many bodies he puts in front of it. Blocking the Multiform Wonder, so this is one of the few times I've actually gotten a chance to attack with it. Most of the time I'm actually defending with this creature. So definitely before you enter combat, make sure you put that Vigilance on there. We won't make that mistake again. Overall, the deck has a lot of power, and it definitely feels like the deck has the power needed to fight in any of the fights. Like right now we're in a board stall against Timur, and we're getting work done. After he decided he wasn't going to block, I should have pumped for 2. There's a Glorybringer. So he can definitely put a lot of pressure on us here. Can he just swing lethal here? Does he exert them both on the Scarab God? Are we just dead? There's that one. And that one. So that'll remove our blockers. And I'm pretty sure we're just flat dead. So this is 5. Yeah, we're dead. Alright. Well, we'll move on into the next game. So maybe I shouldn't have swung there. Maybe we're better off when I wasn't swinging. So what do we've got for Timur? I actually think River's Rebuke is going to be great. And I think we're going to drop a couple Merfolk Branchwalkers. I like Vizier of Many Faces here versus Timur. Kitesail Freebooter is really good against Timur. I'm going to cut back on these two. And a Fatal Push and a Minister. Basically, I'm just cutting all the numbers a little bit, not really taking anything away from the deck or the strategy, just losing the numbers a little bit. No, he beat us. He beat us in game 1, and we're going into game 2 now. So the Foil Master. Alright, we can't really keep this hand, so we're going to go straight into the mulligan. This we can keep, so we got a turn 1 Attune into a turn 2 Seeker, and then into a turn 3 Gate, and we have the mana for all of it, so we'll just roll with this. So, against Timur Energy, we had multiple Scarab God activations. We had God-Pharaoh's Gift, and yet we couldn't put down enough bodies to kill him because I don't know why, but we just couldn't. We killed bristling hydras, we killed all kinds of things, but we just could not put down enough bodies to kill him. It's probably got a lot to do with the fact that he got our gate to the Afterlife, allowing him to cycle through. Being able to make sure that he got the exact answers he needed for us was probably pretty good. Okay, so our opponent is just waiting on whether or not he wants to mulligan. So we're waiting on him. Okay, so our opponent is like, he's not disconnected or anything, but he's still not back. We're waiting. We're waiting. Not exactly what we want to see here, but you know that's kind of how it works. Maybe he had to get away, stand up, get away from the computer for a moment or something like that. But it was definitely a very good game won against Timur Energy there. And I don't know what's going on with our opponent here. I know that we've got a really good line of play here for our 6 cards, and we're going to be able to scry. The scry really is not going to help us much because we're going to turn 1 Attune and then turn 2 Seeker. But either way, I mean, if we find just something perfect on top, which I don't know what it could be, maybe we won't turn 1 Attune, but I don't see any reason to not do that. It would just blow off the whole curve. Still waiting on the opponent, guys. I do not know where he's at. He did not disconnect, so we're just simply waiting on him. Man, one of the worst things that can happen in a live stream, right? Just complete dead time. We're not being able to do anything, can't do nothing. But his time is ticking down, and I'll take any win I can get against Timur Energy. So if he wants to let his time tick down and give us a win, we'll take it. So what do you guys think about Energy in Standard? Is Timur just the end-all, be-all? Like, is it just Timur or nothing? If you're watching Worlds or have watched Worlds this week, I think it's 5 minutes. I think 5 minutes of straight-in activity, you know, you take the win. We'll know shortly here, though, because he was at 10 minutes just a moment ago. So we're only about 2 minutes away from knowing whether or not he's going to be here and play a game of Magic with us. I will say that due to the way our deck plays, I would definitely be willing to play a dirty game of Magic and push him into time if we have that option. You know, I always thought that Magic was a nice, friendly game until I started playing it and trying to play on a more competitive level. And one of the things that you have to learn to play with when you're playing online is the clock. Like, and it's been really hard for me because I want to be able to make sure that I'm giving you guys a lot of attention and things like that. You know, with making sure that I talk to chat and try to fill this dead space that we're in right now. So forgive me if I do become a little awkward from time, just trying to fill some dead space, but it's definitely not what we want to see. I think green has not much useful gift targets. Green probably doesn't have a lot of useful gift targets. I think that the major reason for green was to be an energy. I think this was kind of a take on a blue-black God-Pharaoh's gift, and we've seen blue-black God-Pharaoh's gift float around. There's been a few instances of it. Let's see. Did we have one pulled up earlier? There's a lot of things we can do on YouTube, guys. Magic is just one of them. Yeah. Where are we going? Star City? TCG. TCG. Ooh, better yet, top 8. Top 8 Magic has a deck database that is really, really good. I'll be notified when our opponent comes back or if we win, so that won't be a problem. We'll look at standard. I know that just recently there was a blue-black God-Pharaoh's gift deck pop up, and I don't know what it's listed under here. Yeah, we should just go to TCG Player. So magic.tcgplayer.com. Shout out to them. They do not sponsor me. Let's see here. I think it was in here. You guys have to forgive me. That's UB Control. Where is the UB God-Pharaoh's gift? Wait a minute. Our opponent is back. Alright, well, we're going to keep. And a tune on top. Sure, we'll leave it on top because that's awesome. That is not what I meant to click, but it will do. Seeker Squire looks like a better target here. And we're going to leave that on top as well. We can't even cast that next turn. We are going to cast this. Now, if he has an Abrade, we're in some trouble. But he didn't turn one attune, so I want to be able to block this Cub. I'm going to block it. If he wants to pump, use his only energy. And we'll take our triggers. I'm going to drop the Noxious Gear Hulk. We've got a Kitesail Freebooter and a Minister of Inquiries we can play here. Wow, he's got the Abrade and everything. Okay, so we'll take the Abrade for sure. And this is what he's still got in hand. Let's go ahead and play that Minister, and we'll just pass back to him. Now, whatever he swings with here, I'm actually pretty inclined to just, sack the Minister to it. We'll keep him away from additional energy. We're going to be taking 3 either way. And we're going to say yes. And I'm going to get rid of the other Kitesail. We will play the Forest. We will... Oops, sorry. We'll make a blue mana, and we will play the Rogue Refiner. A little bit more energy. And we're going to go ahead and get in with that. Now, he did play that Hydra out for us, so we know he's got that. And it looks like he played out that Aether Hub. So we got in for 1. We don't have to worry about being blocker there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, we can't give up the Kitesail because of the Abrade. And I will block the Rogue Refiner so that we can at least be done with that. Hopefully we draw a creature here. We did not. We'll drop the tap land. In a little bit of a pickle. Deathgorge Scavenger gonna eat one of our creatures. And he did. He ate the one that was important, the Noxious Gear Hulk. And Long Tusk Cub, Fatal Push. Is it going to be enough? He is tapped out. We could... 1, 2, 3, 4. Seems bad. So we activate this, we kill that. Seems real bad. Seems like we die any other way. Almost seems like we Fatal Push Kitetail Freebooter. Pray we draw a creature off the top. Sacrifice our gate to the Afterlife, and then we get one activation with GPG before he activates. I'm sorry, guys. I've already done the math. We're dead. Six energy. We're dead. I am totally up for listening to chat. We're up a couple games. If anyone thinks there is a way to get out of our current situation, please let me know. Because from everything I see, Timur Energy is kicking our tail. I don't even have the option of playing the clock on him because he's still got 4 minutes and 31 seconds. Alright, guys. So we're going to take a shot in the dark. Pray we hit something off the top that's just phenomenal. Honestly, it has to be Hostage Taker. So here we go. We have no other play. Like, we don't have another play. Okay, so I can Kitetail Freebooter back the Abrade. And we might live one more turn. Okay. I mean, that's our play. That's what we've got. That's all we've got. I'm sorry, chat. I really wanted to do better. Even the opponent said, gotcha. Like, he said, gotcha. That's horrible. If you're watching, you do have us, but you didn't have to rub it in. So, I know that was like the worst play we could have made, but that's what we had. That's what we had to do what we could with. Now, here we kill the Deathgorge Scavenger, and we take lethal. So, yeah, we're just dead here, guys. So we're looking at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, he did not. He just ate a creature. He just ate a creature. What did he eat? He ate the Noxious. Okay, yeah. So if we eat the Deathgorge Scavenger, we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 5 more for lethal. We have got to block Long Tusk Cub. It does take him more to pump into this one to kill our dude, so we're going to block there because that'll save us a point of damage overall. This deck is really, really close to just being awesome. Just really, really close. I'm going to thin the deck a little bit more, though. And what do we get? What can we do? I mean, do we take back another Kitesail Freebooter? That doesn't work. I guess we just take back another Kitesail Freebooter. I think maybe the better answer would have been Rogue Refiner, dig for an out. But with this deck having like no Bantus or anything like that, the only out we would have had would have been River's Rebuke. And we don't actually have enough land for River's Rebuke. When we lose here, I will hit draw and we'll see what that last card in our opponent's hand is. But pretty sure this is just the game here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and concede. There's no point in making the opponent do anything. He's already got us. So let's draw a card. What would... If River's Rebuke is right here... Nope, not a River's Rebuke. Oh, it was one card deeper, though. Okay, so I did not make a mistake by playing the Attune with Ether. Actually, without playing the Attune with Ether, we wouldn't have shuffled the deck. So we'll never know whether I truly made a mistake or not. We'll never know. Either way, that was fairly good. We'll move on into the last game. I normally don't play after we lose 3, but the deck's a lot of fun, and I'm having a lot of fun playing it. So we'll go ahead and play this last one out. Even if we just join it and drop it, we'll get the points for it. So, and points matter because, you know, we buy into the queues and things like that with points. But overall, I've so far I've really liked the deck, but I kind of agree with you guys in chat on the fact that maybe we don't need to be in green. Like, what is the real point of being in green? Merfolk Branchwalker? Nah. Seeker Squire's but like better in a meta where red deck's prevalent. And then Rogue Refiner? He's good, but with only 2 ways to spend energy in the whole deck, is Rogue Refiner really what we're worried about? Radil, thanks for hanging out, man. And anyone else, thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it. And I'm sorry that I couldn't have brought you some better gameplay, some better wins or something like that. And perhaps maybe I'll just go ahead and audible and say we are going to run the Grixis mid-range deck because Grixis mid-range is awesome. And maybe we'll run that tomorrow. But I definitely want to run one more league tomorrow, as that's kind of what I like to do, is I like to run leagues on the weekends when we have time and can do things like that. But I may also just give you a update on what's going on in Worlds tomorrow. So stand by for that. I've got a little bit of content that I want to bring out for you guys, but other than that, we'll be back Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night for any of Dev's deck or anything new that's just kind of coming up in the meta. And we've been in queue for almost 2 minutes now, and we're already well beyond the point of winning back into of winning back into our league, or sorry, playing for free. We're beyond that point now, so it doesn't really matter that we drop. And it was a lot of fun though. So I did have fun. And I think we're just going to go ahead and drop from the queue. We're not getting an opponent right now. I'll go ahead and start putting something together for Worlds. And we'll see if we can get you some content on, you know, the decks that are happening at Worlds. Everyone pretty much knows that all of the teams are bringing Timur Energy, Red Deck, and then something else. So we're going to see if we can sift through all of those something else's, find a couple really cool decks, and I'll see if I can present those to you. And we'll go from there. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and drop from this league. And that'll be that. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a lot of fun. And sorry I couldn't have played better, but I had a lot of fun with the deck. It really did play well. I guess I should do a quick wrap up with it. For those of you who are left, and tell you my thoughts on the deck. And those thoughts are really, does it need green? honestly, the only thing I actually think the deck needs green for is a Tune with Ether and Rogue Refiner. And then maybe a sideboard card or two. I really do like the Deathward Scavengers in the sideboard. But maybe Branchwalker's not what we're looking for. But a 2-mana creature is definitely what we're looking for. So maybe we should scour blue, black, and green for a better 2-mana creature. Maybe even a creature that we can get some payout from our energy. Maybe something like Ongtusk Cup or something of that nature. But just because I didn't do well with the deck doesn't mean the deck is not good. A lot of other people will be playing the deck, and you might see the deck around. And it has went 5-0 in a standard competitive league, but then again, that person could have gotten lucky. We all know that you can just play competitive standard leagues over and over and over, and eventually you will 5-0. So maybe he got lucky, maybe he didn't get lucky. You never really know. But that's all we've got for today. I think Merfolk Branchwalker was the weakest card in the entire deck. I actually like Seeker Squire better than Merfolk Branchwalker, and it might just be because we were really easy on hitting black, but we were also really easy to hit green. I did like the Seeker Squire better because of the extra toughness. Hostage Taker still feels like a liability to me. I like playing Hostage Taker. Hostage Taker is a great card, and when you can get things to go off, it is amazing. But with all the Viziers and many faces and things like that, most of the time, by the time you take a Hostage Taker, they have some way to get it back. So, red would be good in a gift deck. What would we be bringing back in red? Let's see. So are we looking at like maybe a Grixis God-Pharaoh's gift deck? A blue-black Grixis? Blue-black-red Grixis? Because Grixis are my favorite colors. Me and Dev from SBMTG share that one fact. We both like Grixis. And maybe that would work. Granted, I didn't build this deck, so I don't know. I do know that... Oh, that red Gearhulk. Okay, so for red Gearhulk, matter of fact, this is what we're playing tomorrow if we don't play Timur, or sorry, Grixis midrange. And I have already played Grixis midrange, so if you guys want to see that, go check that out. But let's play the Mardu Reanimator updated list. There's an updated list of Mardu Reanimators, so we'll probably put that on the list for tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'll give you a little preview of something about what it looks like, but it is a refurbished deck. I did see a recent version of this deck that actually had God-Pharaoh's Gift in it, so we may actually pull that list and play it instead. But refurbishing in Cataclysmic Gearhulks, Noxious Gearhulks, Combustible Gearhulks, with all of these Gearhulks in the deck seems really, really good. So Gearhulk Reanimator might be what we play tomorrow. But for now, that's all we've got for today. My name's Eric from Sideboard MTG. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had fun. We'll see you next time here on the Sideboard.